Hello everyone, this is Luke the Apostate, and this is our next video in The Christian Experience, where I talk about the Christian experience and how it is uncomfortably like the experience of an abuse victim. This episode is about how the Christian God, as described in the Bible and Christian theology, matches the hallmarks described by Nina Brown in Children of the Self-Absorbed of a narcissistic parent, specifically in attention-seeking behavior. To quote Nina Brown, "Most of these behaviors and attitudes are easily seen, as the person usually or always does some or all of them. She not only speaks loudly, she talks a lot. She enters and exits rooms noisily, dresses to attract attention, and makes grand gestures." This is perhaps most clearly seen in the manifestations of God described in the Old Testament. For example, in Exodus 13, God is described as going ahead of the Israelites in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light. This same pillar of cloud is used to describe how God interacted with Moses in the tent of meeting in Exodus 33 and inspired the Israelites to stand and worship. In Exodus 19, God is described as descending on Mount Sinai with a thick cloud, thunder and lightning, and a very loud trumpet blast. There are very few manifestations of the divine in the Old Testament that are subtle. They are generally deeply attention-seeking. And in Exodus, once God has the attention of the Israelites, he talks a lot. Much of the book of Exodus is given over to an incredible set of minutiae that God wants the Israelites to do, and the book of Deuteronomy is a repetition of many of these rules. And still at Mount Sinai, God gives very detailed instructions to Moses for how the Israelites are to construct the temple that he's going to hang out in. Acacia wood, lampstands of pure gold, cups shaped like almond flowers, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, etc., etc., etc. If the temple is seen as what God wears physically, God wears a lot of fancy clothing, and so do his priests, gemstone breastplates and that sort of thing. In the New Testament, things are no less grand and lengthy. Besides the whole dying in front of a huge crowd and the heavens opening up and God sending birds down to alight on people and this sort of thing, the book of Revelation, very end of the Bible, describes John's vision of Christ as seeing 7 golden lampstands. Among the lampstands, someone like a son of man, a robe reaching down to his feet, a golden sash around his chest, hair on his head was white like wool, his eyes were blazing fire, etc., etc., etc. There is a great emphasis in the Bible and in many theology textbooks on the grandness, the deservedness of attention that the Christian God has. While a healthy person may want to be paid attention to when they have something important to say, an unhealthy person will constantly demand attention and become upset when attention is not given. For example, the many tirades in the Bible against Israel for paying attention to any deity except the tribal deity. I hope this has sufficiently illustrated for you that the character of the Christian God in the Bible is consistently attention-seeking, and that this understanding will help build towards an understanding of the Christian God as a character who acts in inappropriate and even abusive ways. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please be kind to each other.